Right away?
You guys ready? Yeah. Okay, let's go. Look out, there is danger even in the simple word love. Hiding in the weeds, you would not believe where darkness goes. Tell me, there's gonna be time there. Tell me, stupid, don't have to worry. Flashlights try to pull the color from the corners we don't know. When light is not implied, there's no way to decide it's right or wrong.
1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8.
Tell me, there's time that there is not worth.
That's nice. Looks straightforward.
Green eyes, green from reflection in the blankets there to protect us from the tallest trees. It's still too hard to see where darkness goes. That was good. Let's do it again.
Hi, good afternoon everyone. I am Sarthak. I am part of Polycom India team. So I am here today to share with you Polycom innovations that has happened across 12 years and how we are using our customer to use those innovations to enhance their ways of collaboration. So now when we talk about collaboration, the main thing that comes to our mind is workplace of the future. And when we talk about workplace of the future, it is not correct to mention it without the evolving workforce. Now, we all would agree that the new generation of workforce that we have today, we can term them as digital natives. Now, and these workforce, what they do is that they demand that technologies should enhance their work experience. And as for a couple of researchers that we have seen, it comes out that means most of us would agree that people, the new digital era of people, they almost look at their devices close to 37 times in an hour. So that is a huge number. And the same thing is talked about that around 80% of them, they tend to sleep with their devices. So that is the amount of time we are spending with the digital or the new devices that we are today. And in this kind of hyper-connected era, the ability to enhance these different types of interaction often is key to unlocking the effective collaborations. So one thing that I would add is, because of these consumer tools, the new consumer tools that are coming into market, the experience is put into the forefront. So now we just don't want a device with us. We want that the experience should wow us. And people expect collaboration experience to be simple, natural, and engaging. So these are three primary factors that we as Polycom design a solution. So simple, it should be simple for the users to use it. So a user, when he comes to know that, oh, he has to go through a rigorous training to use a technology, they tend to back out for me. So they want that technology should be simple to use. And same thing is for the administrator. If a technology is very complicated for an administrator to deploy and involves a lot of sophistication in installation, then it becomes difficult for them also, and they would not engage it and try to implement in the organizations. So the moment they come to know that the technology, which is very simple and does not change anything, so they would love to deploy it within their organization. And the solution should be natural, that works the way people want it to work. It's not that it tries to alter what a person is doing. If you put a collaboration device or something else and ask the people, no, this is the set of rules that you have to follow now. Forget what you have been doing. So that is something would not help them incorporate that into their daily lifestyle. And there has been, I have been with Polycom for 6 years. I have been interacting with a lot of customers and our internal markets also. So one thing is very clear, people working together and truly collaborating is what will drive business. So it's not that if we, and the companies and government agencies, what they are doing is that they are trying all level best to incorporate these kind of things into the daily workspaces. So, and in our country, India is one of the leading market for Polycom, and we are proud to say that few of very interesting use cases have been come from our country, and those have been highlighted globally also. Now, one such very important project that we did recently was for the government of Odisha. Now, this was, we got input. So we have been daily interacting with different nodal agencies based out of states. So one input that we got from OCAC, which is an institute in Odisha, that the CM would like to interact directly with rural village peoples. So it's not that he would just like to interact with the executive or a bureaucrat who is based out of blocks or districts level. So he wants to still go more into the rural levels. So, and interact directly with the people of the state. Now, this was very complicated because if we have a controlled environment, it's easy to put a solution and get that thing working. But when we talk about something very remote, where even you don't have that stability of network, so that it becomes very challenging. So what we did, we designed this solution, very interesting thing. So we had a mobile van. Now we have one of our solution placed into that van, and then this van moves across to different villages, and they interact with CM, and the response was so good that the CM has now, there is a scheduled calendar in the monthly agenda of the CM to have fixed amount of time dedicated for these kind of events. So, and this is just one such example how we use the use cases, but we can imagine multiple things that we can do around with these vans. We can imagine this going to a remote village with, let's say, medicine opportunities. So we don't have very expertise, or we don't have good hospital available in the rural places. So we can have these kind of solutions which can go deep into the rural areas and provide them with good citizen services. And with this, so as I said, the trends in workspace is varied. So it can't be that you have one solution and you expect it to be fitting to all environment. So we have multiple, and with today's mobile workforce, we have been hearing that everyone is now mobile, everyone keeps traveling, it's not that you have to be designated in a space for your working. So we have solutions that will help people work mobile. We have solutions that help people work from home. Nowadays, working from home culture is also very important. People have started working from home, and companies have started accepting that also. So they are giving a balance to that person, so he can maintain a good balance between his office life and a personal life. So this is very important that you have solutions. And so what I was trying to say is that not just about giving solutions. You need to give those innovations to the customers that they would be able to use it even in their office, in the home environment. Many times. So one thing that personally when I, before joining Polycom, would experience is if someone said that, no, you have to take a call and you have to do it from your home. So invariably, I was making sure that I reach the office in time and I have that call. But the main fear factor was, we have seen many times, when you are in a call, there would be someone buzzing in the doorbell, something would be additional household things would be going on. So these all things restrict us from incorporating technologies in our life. So with Polycom, our entire objective is to how to enhance these experience for the users. So I'll share with you a few of these parameters when we go ahead. Now talking about what we have been doing for Digital India and how we have been contributing to this part of government initiative. So we have solution varied across different verticals. So for governance, we have solutions that for people services, emergency management, we have for solutions available for telehealth. E-education is something that is very important nowadays. So because we don't have very ample abundance of good resources, professors available everywhere. So interactive classroom is one area that is very important, wherein people would like that a good lecturer or a professor based out of central location can cater to a wide gamut of students available, not only to that particular institute, but varied across different territories. And social justice, that is also again, so we all would know that how difficult it is, let's say for how much cost it involves to get accused or any person to the court, the security that goes into it, and then keep that or put all that process together. So with telejustice, there have been most of the states across India that have started going for this e-governance, e-courts project, wherein the trials tend to happen directly from the prisons to the court. So, and just to put how Polycom portfolio fit into this, so we have multiple solutions. As I said, we don't cater to any particular kind of solutions. We have solutions varied across for different categories. So we have huddle room solutions. Now that is again a very upcoming market wherein we don't need to have a designated conference or a big 30-feet conference room, 30-seater conference room to cater to our collaboration needs. We have small conference room that needs to be equipped. We have the regular meeting rooms and other large meeting room solutions also. So why Polycom? So as we are saying that we don't focus only on our products, we try and focus how we enhance the experience. So with this, I would like to share a couple of videos with you which would show you how we try and differentiate our solutions and how we try to incorporate it. Can you please play the video?
So if you take a look, you can see that we have updated the cabinets.
I'm having a really hard time hearing you. Is there any way you can move to a quieter location?
If you take a look, you can see that we have updated the cabinets, changed the countertops to granite.
I love what you did with it. I'm going to go ahead and get that budget approved.
Now what this depicted was, as I was saying, major fear factor that with me was that when I am in a house taking a call, someone might hear my door buzzing or some other activities going on. So what we noticed here, the lady over there was in a cafeteria and trying to do a call, but the background noises were creating not that proper experience for them to have that. So we have a functionality which is called as acoustic bubble. Now what this does is that it creates a virtual fence around that person. So the second time with acoustic bubble applied, when that lady was speaking, there was a bubble created around him. So any noise coming outside that bubble area was not transmitted to the far side. So the experience that they were having was more immersive and it was more like they collaborate in their day-to-day activities. The second video, please.
Things ended up getting held up in customs. However, I think...
Someone go on mute. I know it's lunchtime on the East Coast, but...
Oh, sorry.
It ended up getting held up in customs. However, I think we've worked through all the paperwork and I expect it to be delivered to the customer location no later than tomorrow afternoon.
That's great news, Brian, and congratulations to the whole team.
So how many times we have experienced this? When we do a conference, invariably one person would be reserved saying, please mute your mic, don't talk, mute your mobile phone. So these are things that really hampers our experience. So what we did was that we created a functionality known as noise block, and what it did, whenever it saw that there is a non-human voice, there is a mobile phone ringing, or anyone shuffling the papers, it would automatically mute the microphone. So this is the small innovations that we try and incorporate into our technology that they make user adoption more and gives them that collaborative environment to work with. Another very important thing that we consider is, one thing is about the bandwidth. Now we have known it, everyone into the industry would be knowing how bandwidth restricted we are. So we don't have abundance of bandwidth available that we can dedicate multiple MBs, GBs of bandwidth to video services. So we incorporate a protocol high profile. So now what this does is that it reduces the bandwidth requirement by 50% compared to what we have been used to. So your bandwidth requirement now reduces, and if you see the chart, high definition call can start with as low as 512 kbps of bandwidth. So this is how we try and make that experience better. And the deployment models, so it's we have varied deployment models depending on the user. So it's not only now that you have to go for appliance or anything. So it comes in both appliance and software versions. You can deploy it in multiple phases. And currently we have them in multiple, because OpEx is something that has been very important. People try not to spend everything at one go, and they try to go on a subscription-based model where they pay per use kind of thing. So we have those models incorporated in our new solutions also. And these are list of few of our esteemed customers across India and Northeast. So there have been multiple use cases that we have with multiple customers, and we would love to replicate that more deeper into the Northeast territories. And just to highlight, Polycom has been continuously in the leaders have been recognized as leader in all the leading research wings. So Wayhouse, Aragon, Gartner, IDC, Frost & Sullivan have been continuously naming Polycom as the leading vendors in video collaboration field. And just to give you our presence in India, so we have 5 offices in India based out of Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Hyderabad, Bangalore, and Chennai. And we have few of our R&D centers also in India, so based out of these 3 places. And because we are means people from government over here, so I thought it is important to highlight that now Polycom is available in GEM, Government e-Marketplace. So you can select all Polycom products from GEM portal itself, and your procurement process becomes more easier. So these would be few takeaways from us. You can always invite Polycom team to discuss your story and how we can fit a solution around it, similar to what we did with OCAC. We didn't have a ready-made solution like that, but we heard the customer story and tried to incorporate what we could do. Visit our experience center. So we have our experience center across all the states that offices I showed you. So if you are visiting any of these places, or you want us to come down and present the solution with you in your environment, we can do that also. And then lead with innovation and experience. That is what we have been thriving for, and we would request all you esteemed guests. So thank you. That was all from my side. We have a small booth over there. If you feel you want to come down, you want to have a solution look, we have few technologies that we have highlighted. You are most welcome. Thank you so much.